Hey. Oh no, the video's not working again. Let me fix that. Back camera. Yeah. Hopefully this fixes things a bit. Oh, there we go. It's just a bit of lag. No idea why that was happening. Okay, so today I'm going to do a short stream. It's relatively chill today. I just want to get some highlighting in and do some touch-ups on the model side that yesterday. For the most part, the models dried off, and I do quite like the shading. Though there are some patchy bits like down here with the bottom panels. So that's one thing that I want to fix. And I want to add some more shading to the feet down here. So that will probably require some pen shading. And then there's some other minor stuff like with the camera up here as well. So it's just really minor, you know, it's just normal hobbying things today. We're through the worst parts basically. So, let me get my paints and we can get started. And I'm gonna work on my other model first because I'm gonna need to warm up a little bit. And so I'm gonna work on this Infernal Squad guy first. I don't mind the darkened parts of the panel. He is working with a flamethrower, so there will be soot and stuff flying around. I'm perfectly okay with that. I think the weathering, like as a weathering, it looks okay. I just need to make it look a bit more natural. And there's some gaps in the painting, like back here. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Just at the back of the shroud, there's a bit of white that I need to color in. And I need to color in the igniter up the front as well. So that's one thing that I need to do. And non-oil some of these parts. Otherwise, I am quite happy. So I'm gonna have a little think. I'm gonna have a little think on what to do first. Probably need to highlight the Aquila as well. So I think the most straightforward thing to do right now is to... I'll just do the Screaming Bell. That's the most straightforward thing to do. So I'm just gonna wet my brush a bit, and I'll get some tissues right now as well. There's some tissue lying around, so I'm just gonna wet my brush a little bit and then dry it off again. and get some Screaming Bell. There's a big loose bristle. I need to cut that off. Let me get my scissors. Scissors. Basically, using cheaper brushes, there's no real point to use an expensive one at the moment, especially with all the metallics and corrects that I'm dealing with. I'm just gonna slice that off and clean the scissors. Hopefully this makes things a bit better. Bristles are still a bit iffy. I might switch it up. This one isn't working. I need to fix it off screen. I would get some more expensive brushes, but I don't trust myself with them. I don't have a lot of confidence in myself with expensive brushes. I do have some Sable brushes that I bought before leaving Asia, but I'm not going to crack those open until I'm very confident in what I'm doing. Because some of those brushes would cost more than the model itself. So I'm going to head up these details first, just to make the model pop up a little bit more. And later on, I will be hitting them with a shade again, just to make sure it blends in properly. And after shaded, I will have to highlight it again. On hindsight, I should probably hit these up before I did the painting itself, like before I did the shading itself. It's just something that I overlooked. So just giving it a nice brush, and some of these areas are a bit darkened as well. I'm just gonna go over it a little bit. I like the sootiness, but it's a little bit too much. And I will go over this part with a bit of sepia. I'll go over it with a bit of sepia just to make the metal pop a little bit more. And then at the end, I will add a bit of Dragonhearth to do the burn effects. Checking the camera's focusing properly. Yeah, I need to put it further this way. A little bit has gone over the edge. I'm not sure if I like that. I was a little bit harsh with the shading, but that's just mainly a way to test whether I like the Lamian plus Nanoil shade yesterday. It turned out alright. I just have to be a bit more careful with it. I think mostly that's fine. Let me check my other model as well. Yeah. Yeah, like that, it's mostly okay. I just need to touch up the little icon on it. I might go over some of the trims with Black Templar again, and I'll fix that trim on the barrel later at the same time. So for this guy, I will add a little bit more Screaming Bell onto here. I think that's alright. It doesn't have to be too clean because, as I said, this is a flamethrower, so some dirt and sootiness is to be expected. Okay. I'm going to touch up the shroud a little bit. Mainly touching up where the areas where the non-oil might have kind of pulled too much. And yeah, this one pulled a bit too much as well, so I'm going to fix that too. Some darkness on the bottom is fine, it looks like a shadow, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, so that looks a bit better. I think after that I'm really... Some of that went over the line a little bit, but that's fine, I'll just non-oil that one. Okay, so for the next bit, I probably want to color in the purity seals. So some of the purity seals on the back there, I'll just hit it up with a little bit of red. So a neighbor got this dog who won't stop barking. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. If you guys can hear it, I'm sorry. It is a bit of a loud and aggressive dog. If it keeps barking like this, there may be a complaint going on, because it was barking at my parents really hard last week. Like to the point where it might be a bit too aggro. And it does that at night as well, like at the dead of night, as in like 3 AM. So it's not very good. Okay, that's one purity seal done. I'm not sure about using Flash Terrace Red for Purity Seals, but I think it looks alright. And it shades itself in as well, so kind of does two jobs at the same time. And you don't really need too much of it. It's alright. It's pretty good. Now for the Terminator. I think he's got a few. Terminators always have more honors. Yeah, he's got 2 Purity Seals. He's double blessed. There's just one up here. Now there's a reason why I'm doing the red so quickly, and that's because I want to get a good idea of how the red matches up with the white. Because this red is probably going to be the lens color as well. These Star Phantoms have a red lens with like a white highlight over the top. So I think this looks pretty good. It does stand out a bit. So I'm probably gonna keep this red for the lens color. But before I do that, I'm going to have to do the highlighting on the helmets. I'm do the highlighting on the helmets before doing the lenses. I don't want to have the lens get dirty. Doing the eyes is quite tough. Did I go over? Maybe a tinsy, but I'm kind of. That was a bit of a daredevil move. I kind of want to hit the edges properly, but yeah, that's sure. No one's gonna care on that side. Yeah, so it looks pretty okay. The red, yeah. Might give this another layer, dry it off a little bit. And for the parchment itself, I may go over it with palette Witch Flesh, which is the off-white color. And hopefully that will give it like a creamy texture. I was afraid that might happen. It went over a little bit. It's not too much. Let me see if I can wipe away that excess. that's about it. Next would be to do the purity seals, like I said. I'm gonna use some of this pallid witch flesh, and I'm just gonna touch up the parchment a little bit. And I'm sliding it down the parchment, and I'm missing the shadow kind of on purpose, just to get that. Just to get that texture. And it's also a little bit easier and less risky to do that. Just put an angle and just slide it down a bit. Like so. Like that. And I will go over that with some very diluted agrex. Yeah. Put this here. Just get enough on there to make a... just to get a smooth surface of white. Not smooth, sorry. Just to get a kind of a smoother... I'm sure to say smooth. There is some non-oil that I left on there in the recesses, but just so that the... it's highlighted. Yeah, it's highlighted. Let's just go there. Now after that... Oh, I need to go over the red on this lens. Yeah. And I'll probably pin shade around that as well. Yeah. Let's keep going. Oh, there's another purity seal. So it's got 3 purity seals. I completely missed this one. And go over with publish flash again. There's some water. Check YouTube right now, see if the music triggers copyright. Copyright right. It seems to be okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny because the only strikes that I get are from music with like specifically labeled royalty-free music. So I just find that like a little bit funny. Okay. Next I would either do the whites or the blacks. Actually, no, I want to do the pen wash first. So I can do the pen wash, and then the highlights may actually go over the pen wash, but if I highlight first, the pen wash might go over the... whatever, I'll just do this. It just means I have to be more careful in one of the steps. So this is just really for the bits down here. So even apply. A little bit. Yeah, a bit like that. Just doing it around here. The only mistake that I made initially with my first batch of Star Phantoms was that I used glossy non-oil. And that's because I read somewhere when I first did the first batch that the glossy ones flowed into recesses better, which it kind of did. But the finish was not really ideal. I don't think I need to hit all the parts, just the parts that kind of stick out a bit. So the areas, like this part is already pretty well shaded. I might go over this again, like the proper. Because the first time it went over was a little bit lousy. Alright, now I feel this one will get copyright strike. The top bit, yeah, I need to pin that more. Add a bit more of that pin wash, and then just go through here. Dry my brush a bit more. Here. Yep, I think that's enough. Or at the very least, I need to wait for it to dry before I add more. This top stripe here, it's a little bit tricky. It feels a bit shallow. Yeah, the groove up there is a bit shallow, so I have to be careful. So this should be a bit more pronounced, and I'll go over with some white layer later to unblotch some of it. That, yeah, it's alright. I'm pretty happy with this. My computer okay? Is it alright? Yeah. Just gonna do some clean shading around the belt, and that should be it. And I've cleaned it up. I've cleaned up the white panels after this dry. This one's next. Yeah, more pen shading. Might need more nano. Just the areas around the greaves. Anything that pops up, I want to add a little bit more highlighting. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm just a little bit focused. Coming together very nice. Hey Voodoo, how are you? Yeah, how dare you focus? Oh, very nice. You're putting them all together. That's good, that's good. Yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday after. It's actually, sorry, it's actually Monday evening where I am right now. New Zealand is about 19 hours ahead. 19 to 16 hours ahead of the US. I had to handle some overseas stuff for work. So I got home pretty early. Because I used to work in Asia, and so I still handle a lot of their stuff. So once that was done, it's pretty much it for the day for me. But that's mainly like on a Monday. Because right now in Asia it's about 11. So I pretty much finish up all the agendas and all that. And that's about it. I set all the work orders for some of the people and went through a lot of exhibition stuff. Let me check my Discord. Someone's been pinging me. Okay, fine. It's nothing too serious. Yeah, so for the rest of the week, it's fine. And then it's just on Mondays I need to keep track of a few things of the office stuff overseas. It's honestly nothing too major, it's just... And honestly, for the work I used to just stay in Asia, but paying me when I was in Asia was a bit more expensive than having me back in New Zealand. Because in New Zealand they did change the law regarding the pensions. So if I want to receive my pension, then I need to be working in New Zealand for about 20 years, or any other countries that kind of counts as that New Zealand adjacent country, so it'll be like UK, Australia, America, and all that. Just not Hong Kong. So if I worked in Hong Kong, the company would have to compensate me for that. I need to receive extra pay, or at least I made them give me extra pay to compensate for that lack of pension in the future. So that was quite a bit. And so they did some calculations, and technically my pay is reduced, but I'm back working in New Zealand now again. It's all very complicated. And the law only really passed around 2 years ago. It was just about 6 months after I left this was arranged. Mm. Mm. Is the music volume okay for you? I switched to Spotify, so there should be no ads from YouTube now. Oh, and the top panel. Yeah, I need the backpack paneling. It's right there in my face, but I keep forgetting about it. Oh, thanks. I like how I asked if it was Monday for you, and the title of the stream is It's Monday for me. Thanks for checking, by the way. Thanks for checking my audio. I don't want it to be too loud. It's sometimes a bit hard to come up with like a stream title, so I pretty much just throw up whatever's in my mind. You know, sometimes it's a bit more creative, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just painting Star Phantoms day 1, day 2, day 3. And there'll be people who'll be like, what the hell's a Star Phantom? Is that a new board game? Which is fair enough. The Star Phantoms are not excessively well known. Yeah, I think the panels pop a little bit more now after that pen wash. I'll go to the blacks next. Black Angels Terminators? Yeah, they're quite similar, aren't they? They're a little bit creamy white colored, a bit more bone white, whereas Star Phantoms are more ash white. Though I am okay with them looking a little bit more chalky, because in the lore, they do cover their armor in people's ashes. So they have a habit of using people's ashes as lapping powder for their armor. So they do have that kind of ashy, chalky look on top of their white armor. Oh, I missed the purity seal down here. Yeah. Agrek Search Shade as opposed to nominal? Yeah, I probably can. I might try that out with like another squad. So for this one, I will just keep this formula and see how they look as a unit. And then maybe make another one that's using Agrex. Though the idea really is to get that nice black recess on the armor panels. So I'm not sure if Agrex will work, but I'll try anyways. That was my original plan, by the way. Originally I was going to put Agrex on top of Corax White, but it was undiluted and it came off a little bit brown. I haven't tried using a diluted version yet. Oh, mainly the ash of the enemies. I think it's specifically noted they grind up the bones of their enemies and like start cremating it and turn their ashes into armor powder. These guys are a wild bunch. Earth Shade would look good for Dark Angel's Terminator. Yeah, I think that will work. Yeah, because the armor is a bit kind of browner colored, yellowish, creamier version of white. So yeah, I think that would work better. So you're going Dark Angels for your Space Marine army? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Dark Angels do look quite nice. I think for most chapters, their Terminators do look a bit different from their rank and file anyways. So even if you paint them up like the Deathwing and you run another chapter, it'll still be alright. The first company for a lot of chapters were they're colored differently. I also like Blood Angels, Imperial Fists, Ultramarines. I really like the primary color looks on these armors, very in your face and bold. Yeah, and I think those colors are very fun to paint as well. They're very vibrant, so you can do a lot of highlighting with them. Like they'll look good in Grimdark, or if you want to make them more like box art, you can do that as well. There's lots of options you can do. For some reason, I really like that section here of the white armor. Like it's kind of blotchy looking, but it's blotchy and almost like a um, tasteful way. I don't know. It's like a really, really weird off-white color that kind of stands out a bit. I'm not sure if I can recreate that. That's entirely a fluke, but it shows off the white quite well. And the way I said that kind of reminds me of the Christian Bale movie. Oh my god, look at that. Tasteful off-white. Of his business card. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna do the 3D seal that I missed here. Yeah, yeah, stapling. That was what I was thinking of. I was thinking of maybe cutting up some sponges, and then doing some stapling on top. But I'll see how the highlighting goes with the white. It's sleepy today, that's why I did 2 tea bags in my water, instead of just 1 tea bag in my water. Hmm. Security seal. I mean, Monday is still a Monday, even though it's like a half day. Oh, I feel that. I feel like every Monday I think, did I miss work today? Yeah. That's why for Mondays I always have like a I always have a backup plan just to be like a pick me up. So I might pack like a nicer lunch or arrange something so that there's something to look forward to on Monday. You know, like how Bear Grylls said it, it's all about morale. You just need a boost to your morale. Maybe like an extra piece of ham in my sandwich. What usually works for me is extra fancy coffee, funnily enough. And this is gonna sound really sad. Extra fancy coffee for me is just the Nestle stuff. The really sweet Nestle stuff. Yeah, it's all about the really small things on a Monday. And this is just my experience. You want more than one pick me up on a Monday. Because usually, it's almost like a game where you have like skill abilities and charges. And usually something happens on a Monday. So you have that pick me up on a Monday and you feel good. And for me, something always happens on a Monday where it just kind of cancels that out. So you need like a second charge of a pick me up to kind of just get you over that other hump. Like Mondays are actually really terrifying if you think about it. Because not only is that like your first day of work, it's usually where things go wrong from like a weekend, and you have to try and process that on a Monday as well, like shipping or something. So I usually have like a coffee when I go in. A nice, like, funny coffee. And then like a funny snack for the afternoon. And remind myself that Mondays are generally like a half day for me. Oh, that's very good. Yeah. For me, I have to deal with several things across several time zones, so when the bad news comes, it usually comes in two waves. Yeah, pretty much. Usually bad news is due to stuff like shipping. So usually with stuff like shipping, that has a cascading event. Russia, so just get them out of here. Not sure if I should cover those in black, but everything the Star Phantoms have is in black, so I don't know. Why is this so wet? Why is this surface so wet? What's up with that? Pop in some red? Maybe? Maybe on the tips of the sheath? I'm trying to keep the colors like in like a 3-color palette. Maybe? Because if I paint this black, the edges of the sheath would be what kind of makes it stand out. So maybe red might work. Oh, no. There's no reference for like this particular model, so... And other references, it's just that the bags are black. I'm not sure what all the other colors are. So that's the stuff that I have to figure out. And it's just really a lack of color on my part. I'm still trying to build up my, well, rebuild my color collection after the move. So I've got a limited amount of colors to work on. Maybe Screaming Bell again? I mean, if I take a closer look, it's kind of metal. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was about to happen because... One second. Give me a second. I'm trying to find my Iron Warrior. Yeah, I wasn't... Where's the color? Yeah, so when I was shipping my stuff back, I wasn't entirely sure if I was allowed to bring back my paints, because the people in the postal office said that the paint might be flammable, and that will be banned on the flight. And I did not want to question them on that, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who set the rules. But a lot of people told me otherwise. But I wasn't going to risk that because I was sending back a lot of models, and I did not want all my models to be... There it is. I did not want all my models to be like out of the customs or lost or anything like that. I'm not sure if you heard me. So I was speaking away from the mic. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I was able to ship them back even by surface post, because it's technically like flammable, and the post office said that they're not sure, so just be use your common sense kind of thing. Yeah, because I had a lot of models to send back. I think in total I had about 13 of the largest shipping boxes just full of sprues and models. I collected a lot of stuff when I was overseas. And it's not that I spent like a huge, enormous amount of money. It's because a lot of people, and I was based in Hong Kong at that time, so there were a lot of rich people, basically expats, who just come into the city, they want to pick up a hobby, so they basically buy an entire army. And then eventually they have to move away, and a lot of the times what happens is that they do not, well, they have not even opened the boxes, and they would just be like, yeah, screw the shipping, I'm just gonna offload like the box here at 50% price, and then, I'll go back to the UK and I'll buy a new box there, and that will roughly break even. So that's where I got a lot of my army. And I was very good at finding these types of people for some reason. And it's not just people who worked in finance as well, you have people like pilots. Yeah, pretty much. You also had pilots as well. Around that COVID period, the pilots had to basically have that quarantine. I forgot how long they had to stay for, but it's almost like a month in quarantine in between flights. So a lot of them picked up 40k as a hobby. And so in that city, you had a lot of Cathay pilots. And sometimes, like, the models don't work out. It's not the right hobby that they want to get into. Sometimes they fall out of interest, stuff like that. Or they bought the wrong models. It's crazy to think about that they bought the wrong models, but a lot of the pilots do have a bit of money, so if they can offload it for 50% off, they're generally pretty happy. And then they just buy like, another model. It's actually really funny because a lot of Cathay pilots, they collect Eldar planes. I think all the Cathay pilots, well, not all, but most of the Cathay pilots that I know collect like an Eldar army of some sort. They do like fast and quick things. Did I go over the edge here? But a little bit, yeah. No, it's not fast enough for them. It's all like the crazy Eldar stuff or Harlequins. Oh my gosh, I remember one of them. They have a red Harlequin army. So it's just Skaven models, but he somehow made little hoodies for all of them, like orange kind of raincoat hoodies with green stuff, and just stuck it on them. And they sort of look like assassins, and they all play as Harlequin models. He gave them, so like a troop master will be like a certain bunch of rats, and it's really funny because it's just a bunch of rats running around the field, like obliterating things. That's probably the most creative army I've seen. Leave it at that. That looks alright. Not too sure about the Screaming Bell outline, but it kind of keeps things focused. You know, it keeps the colors tight. So I'm going to put this one back and work on another one. I'll start highlighting this one. So I'm going to highlight the white panels first, just to make it a bit cleaner. It's a bit of excess that I need to remove. Not entirely sure how not entirely sure how I should do these highlights. Just gonna break up the blotchy outlines a little bit and might just be happy with that. Shoulders I'm not too worried about because I will be sticking the 3D printed icon on top. So I think it kind of ruined the side. No, I think it's alright. Once it dries, it's alright. It's just a bit glossy and shiny right now. Just adding a little bit of highlights to the seals, edges of it. I should really do that after I shade that in. But some practice wouldn't hurt. I haven't done this type of highlighting for some time. Some edge highlighting as well on the edges of these knees. Oop, that's a bit different now. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, when when you don't directly look at it, it's fine. Might wipe a bit over the excess or what. It's fine. I'll just deep all that. Jeez. Oh, yeah, sure. These are cats. Lucky cats. Cats are nice. Cats are cute. Wash a bit of that away. Hello, Dying. How are you? How's your Sunday? It's Sunday. It's almost bedtime for you. For you, tomorrow it'll be Monday. For me, it'll be Tuesday. Coming around, alright. More highlighting on these panels here. Nope, 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 nope. Supposed to go there. Ooh. Yeah, it's fixed it somewhat. Yeah, let's just go with that. How's your night been dying? Been relaxing a bit? Sorry. I don't know how this white piece of spec like got onto the. Sorry about the camera shake, by the way. I don't know how that white speck got onto the faceplate there. Let me see if we can scratch it off. One moment, I need to get a toothpick. Where are my toothpicks? Yeah, like this is a blob here that just appeared out of nowhere. And I can actually physically feel the blob as I try to like scratch it off. I mean, it's kind of like battle damage, but not too egregious. Let me be careful when I do my shading. Hobby shops pretty easy to find in New Zealand. I feel like they can be pretty scarce in the US, depending on where you are. Um, it's really like a density problem, yeah. They're not hard to find, it's just finding one near you that's the issue. There's quite a few. The ones in the city have like a parking problem. The ones in the suburb really it's really down to luck, but you might be able to find one near me, near someone. But I'm quite lucky in that there was one that just opened really close by, like around a block away. So it's really down to luck. There's definitely a few. There's a few hobby shops here. Um, just if you're unlucky, then there'll be a fair bit of driving away from you. If you're very unlucky, then parking might become an issue, like if they're in the city. Sorry if that sounded a bit like a non-answer. Because the thing with New Zealand is that it's quite a large country and the population is absolutely tiny. So everything's kind of spread really far apart. Like in Auckland, for example, the population's only around what was that, 1.3 million? And the city area is like the size of the city area itself is like the size of fairly large city, like the area itself. I think it's about It's about 2/3 the size of Melbourne, which is around like the size of Tokyo, but there's way, way, way less people. Yeah, this thing on his faceplate is really annoying me. I don't know what that is. Not sure if you guys can see it. Where you grew up is not 1 in 100 miles. That's crazy. Is that like in Alaska or something? I can't think of a place that isolated. It has to be in Alaska. I mean, even if you're like on an island, I'm pretty sure there would be one within 100 miles. You're playing Warframe? How's that game like? Heard it's a bit grindy. You chilling this Sunday? Yeah. Dailies. Dailies kind of put me off gacha games, I'll be real. I'd rather just like do actual game stuff than do chores on random games. This bristle's gonna annoy me a bit. No, Idaho, but a lot of places in the western US are like that. Montana, Wyoming, they're all kind of like that, depending on where you are in the States. Oh, man, the States is a lot larger than I thought, man. 100 miles? That's crazy. The thing about Warframes is I heard stories about people grinding for pots over and over again and basically never getting it. It's very... Is the drop rate really low or something, or is there just really random drops? Because I'm not sure how that game is like now, but I remember back in the days, people did say that's like one of the more ethical, like free-to-play games. It's it's all luck, really. You can get it on your first try or your 10th, just depends on how lucky you are, to be honest. Oh, I see. That went in the wrong spot. Man, that thing on the faceplate that's stuck there, really, really bothering me. That's why I don't like these grills on the intercessors. They kind of attract little debris. It's not the first time that this happened. Yeah, it just fell off. It's just a clump of white that just got stuck there. The drop rates aren't like Gacha where you have a 0.00001% chance. Well, even like a 0.1% chance would be pretty bad if you have to fight a boss every time to get something. But at least they're not making you like roll for things constantly. That would be just... that would be pain. That went over the edge here again. Oh, you can see them. Yeah, I do. Because that first model is just a test model, and I've got other ones here. These are just from the Leviathan ones. They'll be the same ones that you have in your own box. So I will prime those in white, maybe off stream. Because priming is pretty boring to watch. So I'll do that when the cameras aren't on. It's pretty basic anyways, they're pretty uneventful. But I'll probably get more Terminators. And for the Star Phantoms, they are like suspected to be a Dark Angel successor, so I've been wondering if I should actually start like playing them in Dark Angel's rules, which means I can maybe run like Deathwing Knights. But the issue with like the Deathwing Knights is that those guys have like the Dark Angel's iconography on them, and even if you're playing as like a successor chapter, that's really annoying. Like if you're not playing like Star Phantoms, if you're playing say what's I forgot the name of them. Like Angels of Absolution or whatever. I suddenly forgot the names of all the successor chapters. Yeah, they don't use the same iconography all the time. So having those on the actual model itself is actually a little bit annoying. I'm not sure why GW would do that, to be honest. It limits their use quite a bit. I'll have to scrape it off, and I really don't want to spend like $60–70 getting a model and then having to scrape off stuff off the front. So that's something to think about. The head is a little bit chalky, isn't it? Yeah, I need to... maybe that could be blended in a little bit more. I'll keep it like that for now. It probably looks a bit chalky because the areas aren't fully highlighted yet. So I'll just add a little bit more here. And that should break things up a bit. and blend in the edges a little bit. Like here is way too much white. I'll just leave it at that. Once the eyes are on, it should look a bit better. Because it's just the top of the helmet being a little bit too eye-catching. If not, I'll just run it through a very diluted shade. What's there to do here? I need to do the eye lenses. I mean, as far as an Infernal Marine goes, it's pretty much it's pretty much there because they're all sooty and all that. So I should just go through the shroud with a bit of sepia and then do the purity seals and then do the eye lenses. And then I'll do the base next stream. So give the brush a good wash. And try and find my sepia here somewhere. I moved everything into dropper bottles off stream. And if you're not using dropper bottles already, you should try to, because it saves a lot of paint. For the reds, I think it may be good if I highlight an extra layer of maybe Evil Sun Scarlet, just to make it pop out a bit more. I don't think anyone will look in the back, but I'll just add some anyway. And then some here, just like so. And I'll add it to this. Just to brighten up the non-oil a little. And once I get some of that Dragonhof Nightshade, I will do the barrel shroud look. Do I have an example of that? No. I do, but it's not on my shelf right now. Some people are looking for it. But you basically just add a bit of Dragonhof Nightshade just down from the barrel, so it looks like it's got that heated metal effect. I'll pick some up at the hobby shop tomorrow because the hobby shop is closed today. They close on a Monday. And so the parchment is like nice and like yellowed and all that. And I can just go through it with a little bit of white. Probably need to fix up the helmet, but I'll do that at the very last bit. I'll do the rest of the models first. That also reminds me I need to highlight the black as well. Might as well get those paints now. Is it? Where's my gray paint? Oh, pick the blue. Come on. This, no, that's not. It's really strange. What is it? I bought gray paint, but I can't seem to find it for some reason. Well, that's awkward. Oh, dying. Do your thing, do your thing. Do it. He's probably grinding. I'll just give him a second. Yeah, so I thought I bought gray paint, but apparently I didn't. I thought I bought Ashen Gray, but it's not on my table. I might have dropped it somewhere on the floor, but my floor is just covered with spruce right now. I need to... Well, this is entirely awkward. No matter, I'll highlight the metal then. Use a metal highlighting. So I'm just gonna brush over this. Oh, I'm very sad about my paints. I can't even imagine having to rebuild my paints after a move like that. I have so many paints at this point, I feel kind of lost without all my options. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I bought a lot of expensive paints as well. I bought paints from like AK Interactive, all the metallic, really nice metallic paints. Some paints that you can't really get anymore as well. Like some of the more like older fluorescent series of paints that I thought worked quite well. So it's a real bummer, but you know, when you have to move for a job, what do you have to do? And it's just bad timing and all that, because I'm pretty sure that I did not really have to chuck away all my paints. It's just that that one postal office being a bit like being a bit overly sensitive at that point. but it's really down to luck. Because I might have to move to New Zealand, not to move to New Zealand, I may have to move to Australia. So this might all happen again. But I'm pretty sure that I'm allowed to send my paints over to Australia. Well, at least I'll send it ahead of time, because I will not be so time strapped. So if they get caught in between customs, and well, that'll be that. You know, it's just that is what it is at that point. But if they get there without any real issues, then you know that's good. Yeah. So I think the lead belcher just makes it pop a bit more. Just me. It's a little bit of extra work, but you know, kind of makes things pop, which is important. It's very therapeutic. What am I even saying? It's very therapeutic as well. Just doing some of these edge highlighting, it's quite fun. Just pop it whenever I feel like it needs some delicate bits going through. Um, yeah, that's pretty much that. And I'll do the highlights on the red. Where did my ash and gray go? I was almost entirely sure that I got ash and gray. Is this as an iron breaker? I'd be so mad if I buy more ash and gray and then it just shows up again. Because I remember buying it specifically telling the staff that it was a highlight color that I'm planning to use. So it was kind of dumb if I forgot about it. Well, I guess I'm dumb then. I must have bought another color. Probably memory hold it by accident. Never happened. Yay, good job. Might add a little bit. So open up some red for the purity seals. This red doesn't want to open. Yeah, just pop it over the top here. How's everything looking? How's the camera looking? Is it focusing? There we go. A little bit too much, but I'll just wipe it away. Same here, it's a little bit too much down the bottom. Spread it around. And that's enough. Just to make it pop a little. If I have some Asian gray, I'll do the highlights around the holsters and the bags and the body of the flamer as well. But I might do that off stream. I'll get the paint tomorrow and I'll do it off stream. And I'll do the lenses now. Do the eye lenses. I'll be a bit more careful. Really don't want to screw up this part. Trying to find a good angle. I've gone over a little bit. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. I'm shifting around this blob of paint. I can just wash it off. The lenses are always a bit tricky. Wash it off like this. A bit more to wash off. I might do a highlight over the rim on the top of the glasses just to get rid of that flash there is red. Eh. Stop doing that. Thinking the eyes is always nerve-wracking. You cut my nails, jeez. No, that's not very ideal, is it? You know what? I should have just brought in the towel at the very start. Save myself some pain. Just pretend that's like really bad OSL or something. How does it look on camera? Yeah. Kind of bled over, but let's try and fix this first. This is unnecessarily epic music from Final Fantasy 14 as I'm doing these eyes. Okay. That's alright. I just need to fix up the edges a bit. So I'll probably... maybe Corex white. Yeah. Some Corex white. I'll just go over it. But not now. I'll just wait for it to dry first. How does it look on camera? Too great. I might need to do another layer. Maybe Evil Sun Scarlet would work. Yeah, let's try some Evil Sun Scarlet. If I do 2 layers, maybe I can juke people into thinking it's OSL. Like, hey, I did not paint over the line, guys, it's just glowing. It's a glowing effect. Oh my god. Yeah, that's very poor. That's very poorly painted. Oh my gosh. I need to wipe this off now. It's like bleeding blood. Dude. How's it that bad? I'm gonna wait for this to dry a little bit before going on, before trying this again. This is a bit of a failure. I'm not sure how it looks on camera. It must look, yeah, it looks pretty horrendous. Thinking maybe the flash tourist red was not a good idea for the islands. How does it look on the Terminator though? It's kind of alright. I might just do that now. I can do that on that lens. I just can't do it on actual eyes for some reason. Like I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I wiped it instead of dotting it. Oh, that actually went in good. Yeah. Alright, so for this one I just need to fix the edges and I'll be pretty happy. Might as well do the Terminator one while, you know, I'm on hot streak. Like, the eyes for the Terminator aren't even really that bad, it's just... The ones for the Intercessors, like, all the way recessed in, so... It just makes it really hard to hit. And my brush has like a weird bristle coming out, I need to cut that off. I feel like a little white touch-up and a pen wash would cover it just fine. Yeah, you're right. The camera is not too bad, it's just... I want to keep it in focus while I do this. I need more paint. The paint dried up on my brush. In a way, the camera kind of helps, but I've always had trouble with the islands. That's a mess up. No. There's too much brush. I mean, there's too much paint on my brush. Yeah. I feel like if I can play this really well, it can look like a glow effect. Yeah, let me try something. Yeah, it's not a mishap, guys. It's just, you know, it's just a fancy red glow effect around the eyes. It's totally planned out. The glow kind of looks stupid. But I'm gonna do it to the other side, just for the hell of it. might ruin it. If I wash it down, it might work. Maybe. It's look a bit like it's glowing on camera. I mean, if I add a little bit of white on the top there. If I add a teensy bit of white, like a dab of white on the top there, it will look like a nice glowing effect. I need to add a bit more red onto that recess now. And get rid of some of this excess. You know what? That wasn't excess. In fact, I think that was needed. Alright. Yeah, I think that works out. I'll just add like a little bit of white and it will look pretty okay. Have I touched up this model yet? No, I haven't. But I want to go back to the first model because the eyes on that is going to give me like an OCD nightmare if I don't fix it. Let me look at it real close. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So I think to fix that, I'm going to use white scar again. Just dry my brush off properly. It feels a bit liquidy. It's probably something that I wanted to go over, but I think it's mostly fixed. Probably pull this up to here. So it looks like highlighting. And then I'll do like a bit here down the center. Yeah. It's a bit of a mishap, but I think I'm mostly fixed the eyes running, spilling over. I want to put a white dot in the middle, but I can't even like process where I'm supposed to put that, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. Put like a white dab here. Yeah. Hello. Does that look good? Would that look like highlighting? Or just does it look like a mishap? I think it looks more like a mishap. I'm gonna get rid of that. Eh. Give me red. Yeah, this is about done. Just really minor things to do now. Highlighting on the blacks. Drag and half on the shroud, and that's about it. I mean, I can pretty much base this and I'll be happy. I don't have a rim paint though. I like to use Runelord Brass for my rim paints. It's what GW uses nowadays. And I do feel like it brightens up the model quite a bit if you've got a darker model. So, I'm gonna check if that's going to be in the store tomorrow. And if it's there, I'll just do the basing. I also have to stick on the 3D printed insignia onto the shoulders. So I need some Gorilla Glue as well. Ugh. How long have I been streaming? So I'm going to stream for about another 30 minutes. So supposed to be a bit of a quick stream today. That's why I'm doing mainly highlighting stuff. So for this, there's a bit to clean up with the whites. How do the eyes look? The eyes look... It looks alright. Oh, it's supposed to be here. I'm gonna touch this up a bit. I do like the gold on black, it's very striking. And next would be the lead belcher. Iron breaker, sorry, not lead belcher. Yeah, I was thinking lead belcher would be a base paint, not a layer paint. Not sure if that looks good, but as long as it brings out some details, it's better than nothing. Oh, I got a WhatsApp. One more. Look on it. Yeah. Alright, that might be a bit too much highlighting there. You can just always non-oil it back down and then redo it. And I quite enjoy that task, so I might have subconsciously did that on purpose. Who knows? And then do a just a bit, just to make it stand out a bit. It's the world's sketchiest highlighting, but it's the highlighting that I do. Go over the edge here. Oh my gosh, I did. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty obvious as well. Yeah, fix it. I'll fix it. You know, I should play something like lore channels as I paint this, as like the background music. As I instead of proper music, I just play lore channel stuff in the background. Let's add some sepia. Oh, I still have some sepia on. Yeah, I'll just do that. And then remember this guy having 3 purity seals. I need to... Where's that third one? Oh, here. A bit too much here. And after that, oh, shell casings. So I'll just add some sepia here. After that, I'm gonna touch up some of the blood because I went over the edge for some of them. And I just realized I did not even highlight the... I missed the highlight on the Culling. I feel like there's nowhere to really highlight now, so I think I'm done with the lead belcher. And after this would be... Let's be the whites. Just on this side, where some of the paint spilled over. lower my chair a little bit. What kind of music is playing right now? It's kind of... like nature music. What the hell's going on? There. Add a little bit more red to the eyes. Do the whites now. Ooh. I think I need to pin wash the faceplate a little bit. Oh, down all dried out. Yeah, I think this is alright. This is a little bit of weird non-oil that just went straight up. So I'll just blot that out and add a little bit more print wash. Then blot out that extra bit. Put some print wash and it looks a bit more defined. Yeah, so I'm going to add some white to that armor, and the Terminator should be about done. The part that I'm not really too happy with is the bolter. I don't know why this is this weird shading around the highlight near the top. I think I see where. I think I see the problem. The problem is this dark patch over here that's just casting a shadow for some reason. And I guess it looks a bit better now. Yeah. That's the backlog. A little bit streaky. Hey, to the whites. To the whites. Alright, don't get distracted. First things first, I need to white out some of this. There's a little bit too much going on here. I think it will be a job for steepling for this armor section here is a bit too large for me to really figure out what to do. And we might just white out some of these areas just to create an interesting surface. And I'll stick the insignia on there. I should cover most of this. Not be too worried. Hmm. But like a minor jump scare from that music suddenly playing. Not too sure I'm going to highlight these panels up here. I might just do some really half-assed like white scratches across the surface. I don't think it really allow me to do any kind of smoothing up here without breaking up the outlines. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Might water this down a little bit. Absorb, absorb. This lump of like white scar that's not going away. I think it's alright. It's kind of scratchy, but that's kind of the point. And this is where I'm gonna place the chapter emblem. Yeah, some steepling will be fine. I'll fix it. Be a bit too much here. Hmm. It's done. We'll put some streaks on the power first. Watching at the lower quality, I how would I set that? Is there any issues? Oh, I might have to fix that next stream. Yeah, let me take a look. To Google it up. Oh, I can't because it's an affiliate thing. So I can only set the quality settings if I'm an affiliate or partner. If you have to do something, go do it. I'm not going to be like trapping you here. The stream's almost done anyways. I gotta go have dinner. It's a Monday, so I can't stay up so late. Yeah, I might be able to set the bitrate down, so I might be able to set the I might have to set the bitrate down to like 4,000 or something. But if that's the case, that's still source quality, right? So I'm guessing that's probably gonna cause the exact same issues. Yeah, that's kinda stinky. You have Unity open? Oh. Are you playing a Unity game right now? Is that the game? What game is it? Is it what I'm thinking it is? Yeah.
Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truths that once
Wasn't it?
rang clear? Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts in the wax
Just making some edits to a model for friend. Ah, you're a nice friend. I would never do something like that. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death an afterthought to those who fight for naught. Lying
I think something just bit my leg. So I'll let you know.
children of the land and service, why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust, why turn the
I'm gonna do a
past
pin wash,
seeking
and I
solace
think I'll be done with this model. There'll be minor things to fix, like the like a little white dot on the lens will be nice, but I'm gonna wait for that to dry first.
why must you let go the life you were bestowed? This I fear I'll never
Okay. This is about as good as I can make it with my paints available now, and waiting for some of this paint to dry as well before I can add more detail. Last finishing touch really is to add steepling. But let me find a spare sponge. Let me find a spare sponge from the kitchen. Overall, it's pretty much what I wanted. I wanted a really battle-worn white. Not so much clean white, I want a battle-worn white, so this is pretty much what I wanted. And I'm pretty happy. So, I've done 2 highlights today. I'm not sure if you guys can see properly. This guy, is he highlighted? Not yet. So he is a bit more touched up. So the first one, I put it on 2 stands. I've got 2 of these. So this is the Terminator. Not clean white, but it's properly highlighted. I mean, not properly highlighted, it's battle-worn white. And then here's the Inferno Marine. It's a little bit, the angle's a little bit. So once the base is done, I think they'll both look pretty good. The leg piece is a little bit chalky, but I'll break it up a bit more with some black steepling. Just a little bit, not even black, maybe some grey steepling. Because black might be a bit too harsh. So overall, I'm pretty happy with these 2. So yeah. That's about it for tonight. It's almost 8 PM. I need to go get some dinner. And I need to prepare for work tomorrow. Next stream would be... Ooh, when would it be? I've got a few things to go through. I need to make some YouTube videos around Wednesday and Thursday, so probably not on the weekdays. So next stream will probably be next Friday. Dying, I will try to get like a new a VTuber avatar. It's too early for facecam, I feel like. So we can play a game, and I'll let you kind of pick. Maybe Misi Day. Otherwise, if you want something that's more co-op-y, we can always do Helldivers or Monster Hunter World. I'll save Nier for a bit later. Yeah. And meanwhile, I will base paint the other Terminators. I think I can start work on them now. And I've been saving Nier. When did Nier come out? Was it like 2016? So I'll be saving it for over almost a decade now. I'm not sure what I'm saving it for. I just wanted to have like a really good experience with it, and I won't mind streaming it. I don't think streaming will take away from the experience, but I do want like Nier to be special. So I don't know, like a birthday or something, or once I hit like a goal or something. And I do need to hurry up because my gaming backlog is kind of my gaming backlog is kind of getting out of hand. Ah, yeah. Yep. So yeah, everyone who's in chat, thank you for dropping in. Thank you, Dime, for moderating. Thank you, Voodoo Turtle, for always dropping in. I hope you like this stream. I hope I hope this whole like series is informative about painting white, even though it's not clean white. It's still like, but at least it's a way to do white. The shading is probably the hardest part, so I hope you guys do like this series. The next series will probably be me building my custodies. The custodies are the big boys. The super, well, not super big boys, those would be knights, but the bigger space marines. So yeah, I'm gonna log off now. I need to go get dinner. It's getting crazy. I'll see you guys. Bye bye.